Let's get right into this. Stacey Plaskett represents the U.S. Virgin Islands in the House of Representatives, and she recently proposed legislation tied to Medicare and Medicaid for U.S. territories. We're going to get into that in just a second, but right now we want to welcome in the Congresswoman Plaskett. Thank you for starting your day with us here on BNC and on Start Your Day. We'll get into the legislation in just a second, but I should start with the news of today. Of course, yesterday, as you know, and as expected, Democrats had the voting legislation blocked, the For the People Act. In your view, what should be the path moving forward to get it done?
Of course, ideally, the path to get it done would be for the Senate to remove its block, utilizing the filibuster to keep democracy from moving forward, to keep votes from coming before the Senate floor. Remember, this was a procedural vote. It wasn't even a vote on the legislation, but the GOP, the Republicans, don't even want to have a debate in the Senate about this legislation, about ethics. This is not just about voting rights, right? H.R. 1 was also about campaign finance reform, getting dark money out of campaigns, about ethics laws, and they are completely against even having those. So what we've decided, and what many Democrats believe, is that we've got to let our constituency, going on shows like your own, to let the good people who watch the Black News Network, Black News Channel, to understand what is at stake, and that to push them to have the Senate bring this legislation forward. I do understand that the president has reached out and had conversation with Joe Manchin, who was in favor of moving the debate forward to try and find compromise and a way forward, to make a path in which we can have some legislation move forward, because we understand that democracy is on the line. In so many states, over 40 states, legislation is being proposed which would try and suppress voting rights in this country.
Yeah, we got to get it done. Representative Plaskett, I know you have limited time, but I know you also want to talk about the legislation regarding Medicare and Medicaid in U.S. territories. What would you like to see happen?
Well, the territories, starting in the 1990s, have had many of our rights and equity and formulas chipped away in different administrations, to the point where now Virgin Islanders, Puerto Ricans do not receive the same support for Medicaid. Those are our most vulnerable citizens that the rest of the United States has. So we are asking for equity and a treatment in how much the federal government is paying as opposed to how much our local governments are paying. For the last few years, Congress and the administration have allowed an equitable treatment of the territories and Medicaid. And in the Virgin Islands alone, that has meant that 20,000 more Virgin Islanders have been able to receive Medicaid, which means that our hospitals are getting compensated care. It means that our hospitals have additional funding. These are individuals who would have gone to the hospital to get primary care, and now they're getting preventative care because they're on Medicaid. In the case of Puerto Rico, Rico not having that Medicaid has meant that they have borrowed money at the market to ensure that they can take care of their neediest citizens. So we're asking for treatment in this, along with our infrastructure equity. And, the President Biden has done a tremendous job in providing that equity for us in the COVID relief package. And we're asking that this be extended throughout that time.
Right.